How you doing, Jordan? Appreciate you tuning in. Let me know how you connect with these two pieces as I'm creating them. That's good to hear, Jordan. I started this one on my last live. I'm finishing this one off, and I'm doing this one while I finish this one off. I'm going to start doing two at a time. Normally, I'm working on two pieces at a time. That's my usual canvas process. So why not bring that into paper for you guys behind the scenes? Yes, it is. I call my overall work a poetic expressionism to express the poetry aspect of my work because I write poetry as well. So the poetry aspect, sometimes is just as simple as just writing words. And then there's times where I'll write a full poem within the piece and then create how I feel within that moment to visualize my overall aesthetic in that moment. So yeah, it definitely has, abstract expressionism, uh, abstraction. We got cubism in there, writings. Usually I'll put some collages within the pieces as well. But I do a lot of that on my canvas work. Like for instance, we have this 70-inch piece here on the wall. Then I have a lot more works to show you guys along this journey of mine. Appreciate you, family. Here, let me show you two canvases that are just up right now on the wall. We got that one right there. That's a mixed media piece. That's utilizing different, so that's a loose canvas, and then I was sewing something on here, and then the back of it is just random wood pieces that I put together. But I'm gonna take that apart to visualize the what one would call garbage. I took different wood pieces and just connected it together, but I need to show that aspect on that painting. I just wanted to put it together to be able to sew and just to see how it looks. And then we got that one over there that I was working on in 2025. Just meticulously trying out a different form. Putting my portrait silhouette within the painting itself and then representing my emotions across that and how I feel and throughout my mental health journey and just for that piece in particular. So my canvas work, I'm usually naming for paperworks that you see right now. It depends. I might not name them. Some of them I might name, but this particular series that I'm working on now is a part of my Dear Diary series, which is based off of my immediate thoughts and my immediate emotions at the present moment. So basically, it would be titled Dear Diary, and for example, Dear Diary, not knowing. So an expression of mine that I feel, and then the time that I created and the date to give a visual aspect of a real-time journal happening in real time, basically, for you guys to visualize in that sense, to see my real emotions in that present moment. And this series alone gives a visual aspect of my overall work in general, because I consider all my work a piece of life and a piece of my diary. So like for these, for example, there's pieces that I'll name untitled, but along my journey, I've shifted. Instead of using untitled, a lot of times I'll use Dear Diary. And that to me is like and untitled, but instead I use Dear Diary as that form to make it subjective as well for the viewer, for anybody looking at the works, to be able to themselves and see what they want to see through whatever piece that they're looking at that moment, to see if they connect with that current piece. And then I use a lot of color to be able to just through the dark or whatever feelings that I'm having at that moment that one would recognize as dark moments in life. I'm trying to represent those light moments that we can have while finding ourselves through whatever experiences that you're having in life. For me personally, that's how I get through my work. That's how I display my work, because for me, it's an art therapy first. No, I'm actually a self-taught artist. So, actually, when I was shifting, just shifting different paths in life to finish off in college, and I needed extra credits. And during that time, I was doing photography and experimenting in. Give me one moment. All right, and experimenting and different things like that. So during that last year, instead of finishing off most of my credits in psychology, because I already finished off the credits that I needed, I just decided to take some photography entry level classes, and I took like one art class that I didn't even finish. I'm gonna be honest, but the point is that no, actually, yeah, well, that was that. Yeah, that was one art class, but then I ended up taking like some pottery class just to finish off credits. But I never took an official degree. I never had an official degree in art, or I never went to school specifically for art. This is all self-taught. When I first started, I just started creating how I felt at the moment, and along that journey, it started becoming more of a passion for me and a way of life. And I started building my how I see the world through my art, but making sure that I'm authentic to myself and displaying the emotions, that I want to display, and to show my spiritual mental health journey through the art, because this is what got me through, and this is what currently gets me through just life in general as a whole. Yeah, I appreciate it. Definitely, and definitely subscribe, so we can continue to speak more, and I can digest into more of what my art means to me. But I appreciate you tuning in, Jordan. This coffee feels good. It's cold out here, guys. It's cold. Upgrade on this heater. Yellow. I'm just obsessed with yellow. Yellow is just, I don't know, it's just spiritual. Like it's that sunlight. It's just, sometimes there's no words. Sometimes I have words. Sometimes it's just feeling. But yellow has been that feeling for a long time. Just gotta go with it. What's going on, Soul Family? I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're tuned in, you're a part of the Soul Family already. You don't got to say anything. Enjoy the vibes. Tune in, tune out. I'll be here. Appreciate everybody. If you haven't continued to see a living artist process along my journey, we'll be making larger scale pieces like this one over here, behind the scenes for everybody as well. I'm going to take you behind that journey and show you along the process my current body of work that I've been working on behind the scenes. Can't wait for you guys to experience that with me as well. What's going on, Amina? Appreciate you coming back. Tuning back in. I'm a loss for words over here. That sounded sarcastic. That wasn't referring to you. The other part was referring to me. Sometimes my enthusiasm levels go up, and then it goes down. And then it goes up. All depends on the mood. The flow. 26. The flow. The flizzle. Like Snoop Dogg would say. The flizzle. Let me these two pieces of oak. Dig deep. Whether it's present emotions or past emotions, future thoughts. It doesn't have to be deep, it could just be simple. Yet maybe you just enjoy the visual aspect. How's the what's a I can't even say that. How's the what? Oh, good. Now. You're Arabic? Kawa. Kawa, huh? That's good to know. Kawa. I like that. Oh, oh shit. Kawa. Kawa. So I got my kawa. Got my coffee. Kawa. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you appreciate art, subscribe to continue to experience a living artist. So you can see more behind the scenes work. This is just a part of my process. Everything's fun, but this is fun. Brings me back to. It always brings me back to the place I need to be. Which is, don't know what I mean. Did I not finish my thought? That's possible. If I'm just ranting. I don't know what place. I lost myself already. So whatever place it takes me. The diary, blue. We're gonna backtrack this one because that was 1:44 a.m. I remember the time. And now it's 2:39. See how time goes? This piece is finished. Let me know how you guys like this piece. With a few likes on the screen. If not, a comment or subscribe if you haven't already. Dear Diary, blue. 1:44 a.m. to 2:39 a.m. We're gonna finish this piece now that it's pretty much dry enough. Dear Diary, not knowing, but doing. 2:45. This ain't Nike, but just do it. Amazing / good job in. How you speak Arabic too? How many languages do you speak? I forget. Did you say you're Spanish? I know I asked that, but you say you were in Arabic, but you're coming up with all these Arabia terms here. It's dope. Unless you're just Googling it. Ashantum. No, I'm not Spanish. I know some. I'm not Arab, but I'm I'm dead. Oh, never mind. I thought you said fluent in Arabic. Google, but that's a sentence. Google is very inaccurate when it comes to Arabic. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I wouldn't know that. I would just assume that I was using it to communicate with somebody. Is there um is there a go-to app that you go to translate? I go to my brain. So this is all authentic. Remember the quote about God originates in Arabic. Arabic. The quote that I don't remember it word by word, but I remember it's on what's it called? It's still on the live. I would have to like actually go back and remember word for word. But I remember you quoting reference. Yo, what's going on, Stitch? That's actually good. I appreciate it. I appreciate you subscribing as well. Thank you, family. My birthday is May 21st. I appreciate it a lot, Stitch. I appreciate it, fam. I'm just flowing right now. This is what I call a conscious, intuitive practice, art piece, session. I like session better. I like that word. Sometimes I don't know what to say and I say practice, but in reality, I sound like Iverson. If you're aware with that Iverson old interview. If not, damn. It went over the head. So my bad, y'all. Because I forget word for word what he said. Yeah, and your art looks beautiful. Thank you so much. Your birthday is March 23rd. Let's go. Make sure you guys comment your birthday on my community page. So, I think on like, you know what I'm saying, either on your birthday or like during the birthday week or month or whatever, we could do like a collaboration piece for your birthday that you know, that month or something. But I have to be reminded. And we can't just make up birthdays, y'all. That one. But it would be dope. I can like start a series because I'm also Stitch. I don't know if you're probably not aware. What's going on, Blue? I appreciate it. You just missed a painting. I mean, a drawing on paper that I wrote blue across to just express blue moments. But I'm doing collaboration where I create and then I allow anybody who's in the chat who wants to participate to choose the colors that I have to use to finish the piece off after I'm done with the silhouette drawing. So definitely subscribe if you want to collaborate on this series that's ongoing for 2026. At the end of 2026, we're going to see how many pieces we can get within that series titled the YouTube series, the collaboration between the artist and the viewer. And then we're going to see how I can get that displayed for everybody, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the year. Everybody's going to be a part of my journey. But we'll just let, you know, time have fun with it, and we'll have fun with the with this series experiment, you can say, per you want to call it that. But 2027, that's what we're looking forward to. We should have hundreds for that series, and it should be one of the first art series that is created on live with a collaboration between viewers. So let's hope for that one. It doesn't have to be first, but we're going to continue that if it's already out there. But we're still going to do it and hope for everybody who's in here to be a part of it. You, Blue, Stitch, Amina. Let me show you two pieces. I think they're right here. So this is the first piece that I did with a collaboration with another viewer for the first one. He chose the colors. They chose the colors rather, and I finished the piece there. And then this one as well. This is the second piece within that series. This was a collaboration between a YouTube Live viewer as well who tunes in and is a subscriber as well and shows love. So definitely, if you guys all want to participate, subscribe, because I'm going to be choosing viewers throughout the year. And hopefully we can get everybody who wants to participate in there. I'm sure we could do that. Valentine's Day. That's dope. So we got to do you on Valentine's Day. Maybe we can make that a series as well. What's going on, Stitch? Appreciate you tuning back in. But yeah, family, you're now part of the Soul Fam, just so you know. But as well, if you want to participate in that collaboration, that live collaboration, like I told you, definitely just stay tuned in the future, because I'm going to try to get everybody, as many people who want to participate in that series. I would say we could start up, we'll do a collaboration for my next live later tonight as well. So if anybody who wants to collaborate on a collaboration and choose the colors that I have to use to finish off a piece like this after I'm done drawing it or whatever, make sure you subscribe, and then I will try to get everybody in throughout 2026 to make this a dope YouTube live art series collaboration between the artist and the viewer, art enthusiast. Shout out to Amina, layered up. Yes, it's cold out here. This piece right here is reminding me of how I approach my digital paintings. I always smear the background a lot of times to give it more of a realistic effect when I'm doing digital paintings and releasing digital paintings to my collectors. I heard New York is cold too, though. Yeah, man, I need to upgrade this heater. And then when it gets hot out, it gets hot. But it's nice. Can't complain about that. I already went through Florida type heat for a few years, and if I can beat that heat, I can beat any heat. If I can beat this cold, I can make any art in any weather. In the snow. That's gonna be the next project. I want to do a live stream outside, and make a couple pieces there or a canvas piece, and then call it a winter there, because I'm not about to do a daily snow thing, but that's something I want to do at least once this winter. I figured since I figured you're you're a dope person, and if you feel like somebody is out of line, like, just being out of line, disrespecting maybe somebody else who's in the chat, bullying somebody, you can you could take the message away or whatever the case may be. If I'm not able to or whatever. Everybody's allowed to say and, do what they want, but we can't be out here, bullying others. This is not a bully platform. This is positivity. This is art. The only negativity you should see is art, but in essence, hopefully feel the light and the spiritual journey of me going through my art. There's a difference there. But there's also art in debate. So anybody wants to debate in the chat, go ahead. I mean, it's your chat. I mean, it's everybody's chat. Let's just try to keep it the art of life. Yeah, I made a few. Just what's it called? Obviously, if somebody abused the position there, obviously I would just take it off. I'm trusting my intuition when I do that stuff. And it's not always correct. But either way, you gotta try. I thought I told you we're moderator as well. Go ahead, smile. We all need a smile. That was one of the first things I learned when I started going on my spiritual journey through my art and reading different novels, different books, was the art of the psychology of fake smiling when you don't want to. And I started doing that at that time years ago, and I still do it today. There's times, there's always times where, you know, you forget what's good for you, and you have to jump back into reality and start doing those practices. But the point is that you could trick your mind into a lot of times having a better moment in the future, whether it's 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later, but just smiling to yourself, like literally just smiling and keeping that smile while you feel down. Sometimes it can just trick the brain or change different perspectives. And I feel like sometimes when you feel, you know, upset, or you just feel tense, your facial skin can like tighten up as well. So when you do that, it also helps. It's almost like a workout for your face, like at that moment. So when you're tense, you do that and kind of fixes a little bit of that tenseness. It's just like working out on your muscles or back. I have to be more intentional. I used to be a little bit more intentional with that. I have to be more intentional with that. But now that I'm speaking about it, it does help. And I think for me, it's that I've done it for so long that I think sometimes like I'll do it, and it's just kind of a natural way of me getting through certain moments. It doesn't fix anything as far as fixing whatever's going on that you need to handle, but it helps the situation, lightens up the emotion sometimes. You thought I was messing with you about what? Putting on a fake smile? The psychology of fake smiling? Or putting on a fake smile, rather? And I always say, too, the point of that exercise is not to eliminate the emotions that you're feeling. It's just to recognize them and to create different atmosphere through those emotions. To like try to learn how to, at least for myself, even when I'm having a bad moment, to create that light. That's why I say when I'm creating through my darkness or just through any experience, forget darkness, just any experience, try to create that light or that light through it. Because sometimes I don't get the answers I need at this moment through what I'm doing. It's a process, but it's helping. It's allowing me to get to wherever I need to get to, and then move on to the next experience in life. Because experience in life don't stop. And at that, and saying that, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to a living artist, because I'm not dead yet. If you want to experience a living artist journey, I'll try my best to bring you guys behind the scenes of me creating more and giving you an overall scope of my creative process other than just what you see currently. How you doing, everybody? Appreciate you tuning in. Have no clue what that meant. Maybe that's what this looks like. 6 row that you have. 6 row. What's the 6? Sheesh. Put an extra 5 there. I only put moderator. There's only one thing I could do. 6 row that you have placed. Last time I swear. Thank you. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in right now. Nah, I know. I was just joking. One of your favorite colors, brown? That's dope. That's good to know. I try to play around with the color brown where I see fit. I try to do it a lot more now. I'm trying. At least consciously. Just to represent darker skin. Although my purpose isn't perfection body work, because nobody's colorful in life. But this is my perspective. If a human could be what I want it to be, it would look like this. Welcome to Soul World, where everybody looks abstract. And when they speak, it's in poetry form. That would be amazing. Everything was just natural. Naturally poetry coming out. Everybody's voice. The sky is not blue today, it's white. But because your voice is so shallow, it seems dark every time you step out into the light. That was off the dome. Thank you. I'll be back. I was like a poem and a comedy skit at the same time. Ridiculously, sincerely, me. Yeah, that would be my art world right there. Comedy, satire, seriousness, in an abstract, poetic expressionist form, theme. I like doing this to create a form of like texture when you're looking at it in person. Form of natural expressionism. I'm dead. What I said made you scared? My favorite color. My favorite color has always been baby blue and red. Growing up, I would say as I got older, I embrace green because that's my birthstone. Purple and also emerald. That's why I like green as well. The emerald stone. Um, Amethyst. That's why I like purple. And then as I got older, but then now I would say I'm just in love with like all colors. Like I like embracing all colors, but when it comes down to it, with the paintings, recently I've been loving yellow a lot. So for me, as I continue my journey, I notice there's different periods where I'm attracted to certain colors at certain periods. But baby blue and red will always have a place in my heart because that was growing up. That was my favorite color, and you knew it by all my outfits. I had a baby blue jumpsuit that was all I forget what it was called, but it's one of those Sean John. Everybody had them, the velvet or whatever they was called. I forget. Yellow is spiritual. Yeah, exactly. So I said that earlier. I was going into that. I don't know if you were on, but yellow to me, and I guess that's why it's recently is that aspect of life. It's just spiritual. It could mean a lot, but overall, it's just represents sunlight. You can find a spiritual meaning in all colors. I feel like it all comes down to individuality and your moment in time where you connect with a certain color or a certain number. Yeah, it was earlier. I don't remember if you were tuned on at that time. In general, anyway, I'm gonna be repeating myself a lot. You know, explaining myself to others who have not um, experienced certain things within my art and explaining through my art. So I expect to repeat myself once in a while. We're going to start a new piece. I think this was the first one I started on live. Yeah, it was. But it was drying because of that. That's why it's art. So we're going to revisit that and put this... Where'd it go? Hold up. Just an accident like life. Some things weren't meant to be. Dear Diary. Torn. Just an accident like life. 3:34 a.m. What's going on, MSH? I'm tripping. And there are pictures playing out at me. I appreciate it. I'm glad they're popping out. Let me make it pop out a little bit more. You can view this piece while I'm setting up really quick to work on another 2 pieces. Finishing this one off really quick. It's flying out. All right. I appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already, I appreciate you to continue to experience a living artist. And also, so we can get you in a collaboration piece between me and yourself. You could choose the colors of you could choose the colors that I have to use in order to finish a piece. One of these days, if you're tuned in and you would like to join in on that collaboration series for 2026 up until 2027. Give me one moment here. I'm trying to set up my headphones for my background. Activity. I need this while I'm creating. No problem, Amina. telekinesis. We'll be right back to work on these two pieces and to finish this off and then we're going to work on a new one.